Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, spacefarers. Welcome to another episode of Starfield.
My mom said the other day she's going to ship me off to Neon. I think that's bad.
I'm going to ship you off to Neon too. Anyway, I'm Cobalt Thorium. And in this episode, we are going to be tracking down... Well, okay, so I think we've pretty much covered the entire area here of Gagarin, this Gagarin city or whatever. Actually, who is this guy? Does it say here? There's no plaque or anything?
My mom said the other day that she was gonna ship me off to Neon.
That's what the other kid said already. You guys need more lines. Oh, here we go. Liberty Square Monument. This monument is dedicated to the many intrepid explorers who risked their lives so that humanity would one day find a home among the stars. Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright. So we have a couple different quests here. I think that probably the first thing to do would be to go up here.
It's not an easy place to live. Nice to finally be getting some new neighbors.
I think first we're going to talk to the lawyer. Yankton Law Offices. Jeez. She sounds like a klutz. What? How'd you get in here already? Scouting the room for magazines. Jeez, what'd you do to the place? I mean, realistically, it's the horrible physics engine in the creation engine, but... You have another desk in here. Oh, maybe this is for like a secretary or something to let people in who have appointments. But you don't have like a bathroom or anything, do you? No.
Well, well, well. Barrett, you're actually here. Astounding.
Ellie! Ellie, come on. I promised we'd stop by, didn't I?
People make promises all the time, Barrett. And most folks try to avoid Gagarin, not visit it. Anyway, I'm glad you made it out here. We have work to do, don't we?
Have there been other cases like this before? Okay, let's, what do you mean about people avoiding Gagarin?
It's not a resort. It's a working town run by mining corporations. You don't come here unless you need to, and you don't stay unless you have to.
Or unless you're a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer who genuinely wants to make things better for others. Right, Ellie?
You're kind, Barrett. Yes, I suppose there's that type of person as well.
You handled Irvin's case years ago.
Yes. It was my first case as a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer.
Well, starting your career with a defeat is rough, Ellie.
It was. But in a way, it made me more determined.
Have there been other cases like this before?
Not exactly, but similar cases. A corporation commits a crime and needs a scapegoat, so they select someone powerless to target.
The quintessential Gagarin tale.
Indeed.
All right, let's discuss Irvin's case.
Down to business. Perfect. What do you already know?
So we already know that Irvin worked for Hephaestus Mining Company years ago, and they blamed him for catastrophic economic and ecological issues here on Gagarin.
Yes. He lost his case because he didn't defend himself, and we had almost no evidence without him.
Okay. What was... Okay, why didn't...
I recall receiving a message asking him to appear in court a day after his funeral.
An unfortunate reality of interplanetary legal communiques, I'm afraid.
Okay, so that was why didn't Irvin defend himself? And now we're going to ask, what is the judgment?
He was publicly blamed for the economic woes, and his accounts were seized in compensation.
His account on Gagarin specifically. It was just the amount he was paid years ago for the job.
Right. They would have taken his assets and other settlements, but by law, his death prevented it.
So did he kill himself, or we need to clear Irvin's name?
Well, we can bring the case to a judge here if we have new evidence or a witness.
What about the evidence we found so far?
Yes, well, about that.
Uh-oh.
It's just not enough.
What happens if we take the case to court with more evidence? Or nothing we found is good enough? We'll start with that.
Not on its own, no. It's circumstantial. Helpful to support our claim, but not enough.
What happens if we take the case to court with more evidence?
Best case scenario, we clear his name and his assets are returned, plus additional compensation.
All right, we need to find more evidence.
In order for me to go before a judge, I'd like to have some solid evidence pertaining to motive.
Why do we need to establish motive? This is pretty basic legal stuff, but we'll ask anyway.
The courts won't entertain a challenge to its ruling unless we're sure that something major was missed in the original trial.
What was the motive from the original trial?
We had no solid motive after our witness withdrew his testimony.
We don't have any other evidence.
Yeah, we need something major. Documentation, recordings, a witness, something.
It's been so long. How could we find anything like that?
I've thought about this a lot since the original case. The mine that Irvin worked at was shuttered in 2309. They probably still have documents relating to whatever happened there with him.
Wouldn't Hephaestus destroy incriminating documents?
Not necessarily. To Hephaestus, it might be cheaper to run away and let the dust bury it all.
Barrett, do you know which mine Irvin worked at?
Not really. All I know is that it's a Hephaestus mine from 20 years ago, somewhere on Gagarin.
I don't have a couple decades to wait for you to search them all, so we'll need to narrow it down.
Point us to the mine where Irvin was assigned to work, please.
That's where you come in. I don't know which mine he worked at when the incident took place. In theory, you could find that information on a Foundry terminal, if you can access it.
Okay.
You'll need a passcode. That's the hard part. Besides the Foundry records, there also might be something in Irvin's apartment. If he knew he was being framed, he might have held on to some documents there.
Okay, Flirt Barrett. This is your investigation, handsome. Thoughts? No, we're not going to go for that. What kind of incriminating documents are we talking about? I used to work for Argos Extractors Off-World. Maybe I can log into the Foundry system. Or let's search Irvin's apartment. It might have documents from Hephaestus. We'll go with questions first.
Dear Diary, today we created an ecological disaster and then blamed it on an off-worlder. Love, Hephaestus.
Funny. But you'd be surprised how often people write down things that get them into serious trouble.
Oh, do tell.
For comparison, I just finished a case against another company that was charged with illegally dumping waste near the town's water supply.
This town?
Their permit specified a site that would have cost twice as much fuel, so they sent a memo to the driver to dump it at the first available location just outside of town.
They actually wrote that down. Classic.
I want to search Irvin's apartment. Yeah, let's go for that.
Makes sense to me.
You've been hanging on to that old apartment this whole time, Barrett?
Yeah, it was easier to not bother with it. Not like it's worth anything in this economy anyway.
I hope you still have the key.
I have it. Figured maybe I'd sell it while we were here anyway. May as well, right?
Hopefully, that's enough to work with for now. If you'll excuse me, I have to get some court documents ready for this case.
Irvin's old apartment isn't far from here. I doubt there's much in there, but it's good to check.
Okay, well, let's do it. Which gun do I have on my back? Okay. Is that the one that... Okay, that's her shotgun. Yeah, okay. So that is the one that's currently equipped. To the apartment we go.
You been to Clint's recently? He get crushed on all
The Terrorbrute kiosk still busted? I swear, last time that thing worked, there were still humans on Earth.
Does it not work?
Our last head of security was a real hard-ass. Now, if Chief Pretorius chews you out, you probably earned it.
Now I get why he wanted me to look after his plants. No windows, insufficient power for proper lamps. Oh, he must have been miserable. No wonder he wrote so much. Wait a second. What about this safe? I bet it's locked by a terminal. Irvin didn't live here for long, but he certainly had a lot of junk here. I had no idea.
It's pretty damn messy. But then again, nobody's been in here for 20 years. So, who knows what crap is building up. Boom pop or rhubarb, huh? Take that. Moolah. Alright, let's do a more thorough search here. I'll try to make it quick. So we've got a thing that we have to... What is... Okay, there's an elevator. Interesting. Well, we'll check that out later. We got... stuff. Okay. Like, this is certainly pretty moldy food.
Well, I'll be. If you ever doubted Irvin's genius, look at all this. Still chugging along 20 years later.
All right. Shower. Toilet. Tissues. Notepads. Why do you have notepads in your bathroom?
Find anything helpful to the case, Captain?
Not yet. All right. I think we're done kind of searching, though. Well, hello. How did we miss that? All right. We got a couple of boxes to unlock. Let's go. Multiple options. All right.
Perfect.
Excuse me. Well, I guess we found something. Why does it say that we should take the alien cactus? Reminders. Finalize apartment purchase. Set an anniversary. Send an anniversary gift to Barrett. Meet new coworkers at the bar. Private messages. Is there nothing else here? Okay. Private messages. Your work contract. Irvin Madani. You receive a mine assignment and your foundry passcode soon. The mine assignment is specified in the contract, and the key allows you to access foundry computers for additional information about your particular assignment. We look forward to working with you. Natalina Hartono, Festus HR. Application for hunting license. What is this? Application submitted to Town Hall. Application ID IRV 291. Check application status at Town Hall. Welcome to the team. Irvin, we have to talk. It's about the job. If you can, please reach out to me before you start the job. HH. Assignment. Terminate Alpha Predator near the assigned mine for Hephaestus Mining Corp. Details. This is a highly intelligent Alpha Predator that seems to have recently emerged near the newest Hephaestus mine. Contact. I've been assigned to work with Dr. Helgi Haukson to uncover why the creature is so aggressive and whether it has anything to do with the mine's activity in the area. Well, that's the HH here. Probably. I miss you. Oh, God. Do I have to read this crap? Fine. I know this is going to be a long job on Gagarin. So I thought I'd send you some flowers to cheer you up. I know how much you like the ones that aren't cut. So I found someone there who had a live plant. Ta-da. Don't worry about me. Aja's got me on a new assignment already with Sarah. That'll keep me busy until you return home. Blah. Alright. Unlock safe. Yeah. Hack. Expert lock. Yes. Alright. Bum. There we go. So it's that and that. Where's this at? There. Nope.
Aha! Will you look at that? If we go to town hall, I bet we can get a copy of that hunting license.
Probably. Contact Irvin Madani.
Is that Irvin's employment contract? Let me see. No idea where mine H363 is, but we could search for it at the Foundry database.
Okay. I guess we'll take all that. Should we take this plant too? Fine, we'll talk to him. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I want to read the thing that I just picked up. There's our wonderful stolen artwork. Employee number 2837, Irvin Madani. Contract specific task details to be confirmed upon arrival at the worksite. Site H363. Payment deposited into account specified by employee.
All right, we've got some solid leads, it looks like. The employment contract and the hunting license at Town Hall.
We need more. Or knowing Ellie, she'll probably say it's not enough. Or these are solid leads. We'll go with this.
And as the lawyer, she's probably right. The burden of proof is sky high on this one. It's likely already in orbit. It was a bit strange going through Irvin's old things, though. I was hoping for some old pictures, but nothing. I did, however, find this odd-looking plant.
How is it still alive?
Witchcraft, probably. But if you want a more scientific explanation, I have a couple of theories. It could go through states of hibernation, or draw moisture from the air the way epiphytic plants do. There's also that habitat dish Irvin set up for it, which gave it light and nutrients. Still, I'm not ruling out witchcraft.
What's the story behind this plant?
I'm not sure. It might not even be a plant. It might technically be a fungus. But there's probably a reason why Irvin tried his best to keep it alive. When we get back home, I'll go through some of his research notes. It might tell us something more about this plant. Hopefully it's not poisonous.
I don't think that's going to help with the case.
No, maybe not. But it helps me. Irvin was the last person to handle this plant. It mattered to him. No matter how the case goes, this warms my heart. I didn't expect to find it, but I love that I did. In any event, I'll go through Irvin's notes in more detail later. There's probably a flowchart somewhere with this little guy's name on it. Oh, on that note, we should give it a name. I'm thinking something simple yet refined. What do you think of Harvey?
I don't care. Name it whatever you want. Or I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan, or Harvey works for me.
I think I just did. And his name is Harvey. Okay. The three of us should get back to it. You, me, and Harvey have a case to solve.
I'm actually surprised that it didn't come up and say, oh, he took it. I'm actually kind of surprised that it didn't say that Barrett disliked that. Okay, so this all has to do with the stupid plants. Alright, we're gonna try to go upstairs before we get out of here. Did I get all of these crates? There's so many of them. Yeah, I guess I got all of them. That's odd. It's the second one that's done that. Why even have the elevator if it's gonna do that?
All these fancy new businesses going up, but we still can't get them to open up the shops.
Hey, what's drunk? People seem to really like it.
Yeah, this town.
Did I do something
I've
wrong
seen
here?
Better days. Hopefully that public access computer is still working.
Are you supposed to deal with this, or? Did I screw something up here? Let's try leaving and coming back in.
Not sure what to do about an issue.
What seems to be the trouble?
So, whenever the Arcmite factory's online, my water gets real
I know a
spotty.
guy who's just got a job at the Centauri
That
Mill
is a
spread.
problem. You'll want to start
Won't
a
say
town
what they
hall.
pay,
They
but
should be
his
able to get
outfits
you
sure have
grievance
gotten
form.
nicer.
Grievance form. All right. I'll start there. Thanks, officer.
Alright, this does not seem to be working. Oh, here we go. Enter Irvin's application ID. Application type, hunting license. Applicant, Irvin Madani. Location, H363. Sponsor, if applicable, Hephaestus Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Effective June 1st, 2309. Says approved.
So, the hunting license was sponsored by Hephaestus after all. Billy will be very interested to see this.
Alright. So we have two possible locations here.
Been an uptick in strongly worded graffiti recently.
So I guess this is probably Hephaestus over here then. But nothing has logos.
There's the foundry
Lost?
computer.
The trick to the catwalks, just keep turning right. You'll get where you're going eventually. Was it left?
No, I need to use this. Welcome to Mandela Foundry and Mines News. Now supporting all mining corporations currently operating on Gagarin. Accounts, guest, Molly's account. Irvin Madani or admin. Let's start with guest and just see what happens. Apply now. No, I think that I don't know what I'm doing here. Report an incident. We could do Molly's account. View my assignments. Search database. View my paychecks. Report an incident. What is this? Request denied. Reason: Foundry does not support Argos extractor resources. Accessing Argos extractor accounts. Pending paychecks 1. Disperse paycheck or exit paycheck menu. Hey, we got $1,000. Report an incident. Incident report documents. Your reports help keep us all safe. Please submit your reports so we can investigate them and improve our workspace. Incident report. Reporting officer, employee null. Or contact administrator. Okay, so that's me. Let's look at admin. Welcome to Mandela. Okay, access granted. Foundry Mines database supporting Hephaestus Mining Corporation, Six Sisters Mining Corporation, Mandela Mining Corporation. Mines listed by registration date, acceptable filters, mine assignment number, company. Year active returns a result if the mine was active in that year. Okay. Status active or inactive. Enter query. I don't remember the name off the top of the year off the top of my head. Okay, so we put in a filter for mines. Company Hephaestus. Okay, it remembers the year, so that's good. Status inactive. Foundry Mines database search results. Yep. Displaying all matches. Mine equals H363. Downloading coordinates. Okay. That's good. We like that. Let's look at Irvin Madani's. View my assignments. No new work is scheduled. Displaying most recent assignment. Download coordinates. Okay. Let's check this first. The mine is shuttered. So it looks like there's two different ways to get to the mine. The mine coordinates, rather. Search database. Foundry Mines database. Okay, this is the same as before. View my paychecks. Note this account has an outstanding balance or fine owed to Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Must be paid in full to return to collect any paychecks. Decline to pay. View my paychecks. Report an incident. Okay. Well, I think we've got all of it now. Let's go someplace quieter before we...
My niece soon. You lost her waiting for somebody?
We'll go someplace quieter before we talk to Barrett. Like in here, I think it's pretty quiet. Yeah. It's not bad. There's some machine over there that's making a little bit of noise, but...
Coordinates look valid to me. Imagine Irvin thinking the same thing all those years ago. Just a job, right? Well, at least we know where to keep looking, right?
We should hire somebody to go there for us, right? Or what are we looking for? Or let's go search the abandoned mine for incriminating documents now. Let's just, I'll pitch this out there.
This is what we do. We're explorers, adventurers. But yeah, other than that, it's my fight. I don't want to get anyone else involved.
What are we looking for?
Essentially any documentation that screams, Irvin isn't guilty, we made it up.
Let's go search an abandoned mine for incriminating documents now.
I guess we'll see what state the mine is in. It's possible they collapsed it before they left. We just won't know until we get there. If that's the case, we'll just have to figure something out.
All right. I'm kind of surprised that that didn't update our status at all. Suppose we could go and talk to the lawyer before we head out. I think there's a couple other missions here too that we can kind of polish off before we head on out.
You're back. Well, what did you uncover?
Barrett can explain. Or Irvin's hunting license, sponsored by Hephaestus. I'm going to say Barrett can explain.
Thanks, Captain. We searched Irvin's apartment and found an application for a hunting license. Compelling, right?
It's not much. Practically zero. Is that all you found?
Well, we also have a copy of the actual license sponsored by Hephaestus, too. How about that?
That's solid evidence, but likely not enough to bring it to a judge.
Opening an old case is a higher burden of proof, I'm sure.
Wait, so that doesn't help our case at all?
I didn't mean to leave you with that impression. No, that is incorrect. It helps the case. It shows bad faith on the part of Hephaestus since they claimed he was not hired to hunt for them. But that's just circumstantial. It may help when we argue for a settlement value, though. If we win.
We have the coordinates for Irvin's mine. We'll find more evidence there.
Okay, now that is a solid lead. Well, don't let me stop you while you're on a roll, detectives. We can talk more later.
Detectives. All right, well, let's get some other stuff here done first. Let's see. Missions. Miss the mark. So unholy. Where's that exactly? So holy. I guess we've never been there before. Okay, so that's not going to happen. UC wants you. We can definitely do that. What's this? Breach of contract. Last resort. Do we have any... That's probably everything. We can check to see if we have any activities. Nothing. Let's go back here. Actually, let's just click on Gagarin here and see what it's got for quests. Drop. Okay, recruitment materials. So I guess that's the one that we'll be doing for now. UC wants you. Drop off the recruitment materials. We'll get this out of the way, and then we'll go and search the fancy schmancy mine.
Someone painted some choice words on the front of the Archimite factory the other day. Their robots took it down pretty quick, though. Finally starting to cool off.
Thanks again for the liquor. Should be armed and ready when the power suits start wandering in. Now, what can I get for you? What'll it be?
I'm here to drop off these UC military recruitment materials.
More of these things? Fine. Give them here. I'll make sure they find their way to the incinerator with the earlier batches.
Persuade. You should hang up these posters, and I'll tell you why. Or up to you. I'm just a delivery service. We'll persuade.
Oh, yeah? Fine. Let's discuss.
We'll go for... Should we go for the big thing? I see you've got this obstinate routine, but I can tell deep down you want to help me.
You're funny. And not totally off base.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. I bet Zenaida's would be plenty grateful if you hung these up.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to help her out. She does tip well.
There you go.
Okay, I'll put up the damn posters. Now buzz off before I regret my decision.
You're welcome.
If you're here to collect your copy of my book, you're just a little early.
All right. Hey there, Doctor.
Hey there. I hope we're keeping hydrated. At least half my patients are just folks in need of a couple extra glasses of water.
I'm here to drop off these UC military recruitment materials.
Zenaida warned me this day might be coming. Look, I presume you're not getting paid if I refuse delivery. So here, I'll take them. I'm not about to pull credits out of someone else's pockets. But this is a medical office. I can't in good conscience hang those things up. First, do no harm and all.
Fine, do whatever you want with them. Or why not put them up? More wounded means more money for you, right? Oh, that's cute.
I think you've been gravely misinformed about what a doctor does. Now, I'm just not comfortable posting this sort of material around the office, all right?
Let's persuade. There must be something I can say to convince you to put these up.
I think you're just wasting your time here.
Ooh. Let's just... you're not just helping me out here. You're helping out one of your neighbors. Or, come on, just helping out here. We'll go with that.
Everyone's entitled to make a living, I guess. All right, I'll put them up. Tell Zenaida she wins, okay?
Critical success. Dude, he was just T-posing.
Heading outside the city? Be careful. If the heat doesn't kill you, the critters might.
And we fought the critters, and we won.
You want to know what I think about all this? Fight up the town? No comment.
Help you with something? Something you want to report?
A mere drop off these UC military recruitment materials.
Knew Zenaide'd start coming for my people sooner or later. Sure. Give them here. I'll throw them up in the office.
You don't want to haggle or argue? You're just gonna take them?
Yup. That old piece of leather necks helped me out of more jams than I care to remember. I owe her.
Do whatever you want with them. I'm just the messenger. Or, well, that was easy, thanks.
Sure. Just tell Zenaida she's buying my next drink, alright?
Well, that went really well. I don't see him up. Wasn't there somebody that said I had to...
Here? I'm not sure what to do about an issue.
What seems to be the trouble?
So, whenever the Arcmite factory's online, my water gets real spotty.
Oh, we've heard that before.
Huh. That is a problem. You want to start a town hall?
Didn't somebody say to come back in, like, or something in, like, X number of hours or something? And I don't actually remember what that was.
Share the catwalks, all right? I don't want to have to fish anyone else out of the canyon.
Come on.
You managed to get those materials passed out? Folks didn't give you too much trouble, I hope.
Far from it, I convinced everyone to put them up. You should be rolling in new recruits. Or, it was nothing I couldn't handle. Or, job's done, now hand over my credits. We're gonna toot our own horn a little bit here and tell her that everybody accepted putting them up.
Really? Never thought in a million years Lizzie and Doc Keala would play ball. Good work. Here, what I owe you for the deliveries. And for your top-notch negotiation skills. Thanks again for helping out.
You're welcome. So who was that said come back in at X o'clock?
I've put applications in at Arcmite and Reliant, and I know most of the other applicants.
I was thinking about going for a hike outside.
I don't remember who that was. Oh, yeah, we've done this before. Was it this guy?
You're headed to Horley. That's where Bonnie Farm's ship is.
Hmm. Oh, no, we convinced her to part with it anyway. That's it right there. Wait until 11 o'clock Gagarin local time. Okay, so we managed to complete it without needing it to be 11 o'clock. So I guess that's probably it for this episode. Because now we're just going to go off to the mine. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day. at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.